Okay, the index. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are angles that add to equal 180 degrees. And we see supplementary angles where we see straight lines. So for example, C to A to B, this straight line gives us 180 degrees on this side. So CAD plus DAB equals 180. Likewise, BAE plus EAC equals 180 degrees. So when we see straight angles, or when we see straight lines, we can think about how on one side of that straight line, all of the angles together add up to equal 180, and those are called supplementary angles. Now, vertical angles. What we know about vertical angles is they're directly across from each other. So this small angle on the left, directly across from this small angle on the right, these are vertical angles. And vertical angles are congruent. They are the same. So however much this is the same. Now the big angles are also equal to each other. So we have big equals big, and these are called vertical angles. Complementary angles are angles that add to equal 90 degrees. So here we see the total of this larger angle is 90 degrees. It's a right angle. That means these smaller angles, angle 1 plus angle 2, equal 90 degrees. Finally, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect at a right angle, at a 90-degree angle. So in this case, this top angle we know is 90 degrees because we see the little box. Then vertical angles tell us that if this is 90, then this is also 90. Then supplementary angles tell us that if this is 90, then across this straight line, if this is 90, then this is 90. And supplementary angles also tell us that if this is 90 across this straight line, this is 90. Great, let's do a problem. Alright, so JM is a straight angle. Where is this? JM is a straight angle. When I see straight angle, that's a straight line. And that tells me that I've got 180 degrees total across that angle. And the measure of JKN equals x squared, NKL equals 9x, and LKM equals 18. So boom, boom, boom. The three angles labeled with their expressions or their variables. We add them together and it equals 180 degrees. So x squared plus 9x plus 18 equals 180 degrees. We have a quadratic that's not in standard form. We get to standard form by subtracting 180 from both sides. We have x squared plus 9x minus 162 equals 0. So we have the master product, a times c, 1 times negative 162, negative 162, and the sum equal to positive 9. This is tricky, but it turns out that negative 9 and positive 18 will get us there. So that means we're looking at x squared plus 18x minus 9x minus 162 equals 0. If we focus on the first part, we see we can factor out 1x, and we're left with x plus 18. If we look at the second part, it's a little bit harder to see, but we have negative 9x minus 162. We can factor out negative 9, and when we do that, we're left with positive x plus 18. What that means is negative 9 times x equals negative 9x, and negative 9 times positive 18 equals negative 162. So that means that we have our factor x minus 9, and when we set that equal to 0, we get x equal 9. We have our other factor x plus 18 equals 0, so we end up with x equal negative 18. Now if we look at these angle measures with the variables, we see that if we substitute positive 9 for 9 times x, we get 9 times 9 is 81, and that's good. However, if we substitute the negative 18 here, we get 9 times negative 18, which is a negative number. So that tells us that x equal negative 18 is out as a solution in this problem. Finally, we have to read very carefully and see that this is asking for angle NKM, which is here, which is the 9x plus the 18. So angle NKM, 9x plus 18. Substitute x equal 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 plus 18 is 99 degrees. Great job, Smarty Pants.